He's in prison for putting Superman in the ICU with a Criptoknight bullet.
Early morning mob, Capo. This show is amazing. I've checked it out a couple of times, and I would recommend all our friends and fans do give them a listen. They do such great work, and I'm really proud and again grateful to be able to be a part of the show.
All right, and the people know who I am. Tell the people who you are.
I'm Lori Lebel.
Lori Lebel, and what do you do, Lori Lebel?
I'm an acrylic artist. I make paintings.
You're the artist. That's why it's art and music tonight.
Yes.
Awesome. So how did you get into art?
I've been painting since I was a kid, and just kept on going.
Yeah. So the acrylic stuff, I kind of like that. It's how unique would you say that is amongst artists? Like most people like to use paints and stuff like that, like different. I like it, and Frank actually bought one last time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
So where do you get your inspiration from for your things? Because you do a lot of musical stuff.
I do. I'm 50% artist, 50% like music lover, and I figured this was a way to kind of combine both.
That is cool, and that is very cool. So
yeah.
That's the twist there and the caveat.
Yes.
So what are your so now we can look at that. Now we can add a little more. What's your musical taste then?
Oh gosh, I like everything. I grew up, both my parents were big into music.
Yep.
So I grew up listening to oldies, but my dad was into like the Beach Boys and Elvis and Motown, and my mom loved funk and rock and pop. So I grew up with everything, and I kind of stuck with all that as I got older too.
Would you say that there's musical elements that maybe you add somehow to your art or inspires you somehow?
A little bit. Well, I started painting these after my dad passed, actually. Okay. And he was a big supporter of my art. Yep. And so I started painting just musicians that I liked, and I was going to hang them in my house. And then ended up just getting requests for more, so I just kind of kept going from there.
Yeah. And like I said, they kind of stand out. They're unique. I didn't really know what did, but now that you say acrylic, I'm thinking maybe is what makes them stand out.
Yeah.
Do you have any artist influences or like your favorite artists? Do you have?
There's a lot. There's some from way back that I like, but some of the ones I grew up watching Bob Ross.
Yeah, no, Bob Ross.
That's how I got started. I just really liked how like chill and laid back he was, and I loved landscapes, and that's what I first started painting was landscapes with oils, and then kind of went into acrylic because I got tired of the mess that oils bring.
Yeah.
And so then it's pretty much where I started was watching Bob Ross.
Bob Ross is cool, and Bob Ross also, to me, found a way to make art almost like a musician thing, where you put it on TV, you can have a little show, and I like that. So as far as more with the music thing again, I usually ask. So do you do a lot of art shows? I guess would be the first question.
I do. Not as many this year because I've had a lot of personal stuff going on, but I was doing quite a few, and I got to get back into it.
So the same thing I asked the musicians, is there anything that they do to kind of get them onto the stage, stage, whatever? Yours isn't the stage so much. Is there anything you do before an art show to get you ready for an art show then?
Besides trying to figure out like if there's any new paintings I can make to, like kind of be like, hey, here's a new one. I also have to do, of course, the social media stuff and all that, which I really gotta,
everybody was saying. Every artist today has said that, and I always say, yes, me too.
Yeah.
Because that's the big thing. Like, I actually hate it. I think social media is killing the world, if you will. But we need it to promote ourselves, and that's
Sadly.
The catch-22.
Exactly.
Do you bring new and old art, or is it primarily you always try to bring your newest arts?
I kind of bring the new and the old. Usually I kind of look at where I'm going and kind of imagine who's going to be there. Like, all right, I'm at the Cellar, so I kind of bring more rock and some, kind of, I don't know, things that I think that people there. If I go to like an art show in like Thomaston where it's more country, I'll bring more country artists and like old school artists versus like
market research you do.
Exactly.
And that's actually important for artists to be doing as well, of all types. That's actually pretty cool. What is your creative process? Like I said, I think I'm going to have asked something similar, but so for me, I actually like to listen to something. So before me and Capo make music, I like to actually listen to, I don't know if you know what binaural beats are. They're different sounds. They're almost like meditative sounds.
Okay.
So you're listening to something very mundane and drawn out.
Nice.
Then to get into the noisy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have anything like that?
Actually, sometimes when I paint, well, it's 50-50. Sometimes when I paint, or I'm sketching the artist, I'll listen to their music because it kind of inspires me more.
See?
You know, to listen to.
See?
So like I'm painting Tina Turner, listening to Tina
Yes.
Turner or whatever.
That's important.
And sometimes I'm more in just like a kind of mood, and I'll put on like a really cheesy romantic comedy and have that on in the background because I'm not really paying attention
Yep.
to it, and I just want background noise. And and that's kind of what I do just to keep myself awake while I'm painting because I'm a night owl, so I paint at night mostly.
Okay. So that's another good thing. Okay,
Yeah.
night owl. So for like musicians and stuff, you can go on YouTube, all these different things, Pinterest, and get like how to do this, how to do that. Is there resources for artists widely available?
There are. I've kind of done a whole bunch of research. So what I'm doing now is they're kind of like black and white renditions. I'm not very good at painting like skin tones because
Okay.
I like to blend, but I have a struggle with that.
Okay.
So I kind of was trying to look for a way to do people without having to do that. And I kind of played around with like the contrast, and that's how I got the black and white. And but before I did that, I kind of did a whole bunch of research to see what like other people were doing, and I don't want to copy anyone, so I was just trying to get ideas, but without like going down the same avenue.
I couldn't put my finger on it. I was saying the acrylic, but that's more. I think so. The thing that drew my eye to your art when Frank bought the show before you were on the last show, and then actually bought the painting was monochromatic. I think was the word that I was looking for, and that's what's unique about it. So I'm changing it to monochromatic. So thank you for coming along. Do you have a website that actually like a main website or any other place that you can put your art that you do?
I do. I'm on both Facebook at facebook.com/Lori Lebel Studios. But I also have a website that I've been working on, and that's www.lorilebelstudios.com.
No Instagram?
I do have an Instagram. I haven't been keeping up with it though.
I just say
but
that's
it's
good
Lori
for
Lebel
pictures,
Studios too.
So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So if you look up Lori Lebel Studios, you'll probably find
It's like it's on everything that way. Yeah.
Awesome. So thank you for coming along.
Thank you.
Spending some time with us, and I do have to say, very eye-catching work, and it's the monochromatic of it that I like.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.